This is ours, you feel me, Latino. This is our little spot. I be hearing swamp stories and talking about San Francisco and all that, how nothing be happening and all that. Back then it was terrible. You couldn't even walk outside. You couldn't even walk outside. It was hella bad. It was terrible, man. Everything had died down as far as the gangs and all that. But now with this music and the influence in the music kind of popping up again, you know, and a lot of people are starting to come back outside on that hype. Couldn't even come here. I done got in a few altercations over here. You gotta be hard, you gotta put your foot down. Same with me and all my people right here. We all stay in our own lane. We fuck with everybody, and deaths done happen over here too, like over bullshit. Like off the top of my head, I could probably name 10 homies that done passed away just over nothing, you know? No exaggeration, bro. Like, I probably know somebody that done got on each block that we just walked through, man. It was that bad, bro.
Valley Club.
All right, bae. The biggest cactus you could ever fathom is now speaking. And as y'all can see, I'm right back in the good old city of And if you've been locked in and subscribed to the channel like you better be, then of course y'all know the cactus loves the bay. What can I say? So you already know that I try to spin through this mug at least once a month. However, the Bay and Frisco in particular most definitely has a bit of a hood culture genocide occurring right before our eyes. You see, land in San Francisco is obviously extremely finite and highly valuable, so when whomever the powers that be are, aka the techies or the city or whoever has that baggage, whenever those guys want more space to develop or redevelop some or make more money off some rental properties, the very first people to get displaced are those whom are in these low income situations. Damn it. So you already know how this is finna go. The cactus is finna keep on documenting this good old culture and history before it is all the way that history. And although I've already been to hella sections and hella hoods and SF, I've been patiently waiting for my brown brethren of SF to tap inward and give me they 2 cents on what's going on. So lucky for me, when the homie MoneyG of Sharpshooters ENT and the homies of the REEROK brand tapped in and was like, hey, you gotta let us show you the heart of the Mission District. Let us put you down on this good old Latin culture. Let us show you the Hispanic side of Frisco. I was of course like, let's get it. But just like every other hood in SF, this ain't just a walk in the motherfucking park. I'm talking the homies have seen everything.
Gun violence, stabbings. I lost a homie not too long ago over fentanyl.
Sheesh. And believe it or not, once upon a time ago, even stepping outside the house was risky business.
Back then it was terrible. You couldn't even walk outside.
No joke. And to make matters even more treacherous, this section in particular was the constant battleground between Nortenos and the SURENOs. And you know both them boys don't play no games. So safe to say I needed the full account on what it was like witnessing all of this. But all the politics and bullshit aside, the Mission District community is holding strong to their culture. Good or bad, right or wrong, they not letting this go without a fight. From all their traditions, the businesses, and most impressively, they are not giving up their property to them techies or real estate conglomerates or anything like that.
Crazy how many agents that came through trying to buy the house. They knock on the door and my grandma be like, nah, get the out of here. I ain't selling my shit. You know what I mean?
Nice. But the question is, just how long are my Mission District homies gonna be able to hold out for the sake of the culture their elders fought to build and keep together for them? We need answers. So without further ado, let's take a quick stroll through the Mission District, aka the heart of Latin San Francisco.
What's up? How was the drive? This court right here.
Back down from the SF.
Yeah, man, we here. San Francisco. Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay, cool. We're in the Mission District, right?
Mission District. Yep. 24th Street. Yep. This is the heart of it, man. This is ours. You feel me, Latino? This is our little spot. Yeah. This is where mostly all the Latinos came to, as far as probably like the late 70s. Late 70s, yeah.
Where they came, bought property, started businesses, all that good
All
stuff.
that stuff. My grandfather, he came here in the late 50s, bought a house here.
Really?
Yeah.
To this day?
Yeah, we still got it. Got it at like 80,000.
80,000?
80,000. And right now, as is, the house is like 1.3 the last time we checked. Yeah, bro. So it changed a lot.
Have they been trying to like gentrify it all or no? You guys are seeing
Of course, it's all gentrified. All the property went up. A lot of people done got kicked out of their apartments, their houses, you know. People didn't have to move to the East Bay and, you know, find where it's cheaper. All the techies done came in over here.
When you say the East Bay, are you like referring to like the Antiochs and like the Richmonds and stuff like that?
Yup, Richmond. My cousin had to move out to Richmond because it was just too much over here. People raise up the rent, or new owners come in and buy the property, raise the rent, so the people can't pay for the rent. You know, people will be paying what, like $800 to $1,000, $1,200 a month. You know, for like a 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom. And it went up to like 3,000, 4,000.
Skyrockets.
My sister was out here. She had to move to Pittsburgh, which is like 45 to an hour drive. Okay. And she got to come over here every day and work and drive back.
Really?
Yeah, hour commute.
Oh, that's
to come and back every day.
So you, MoneyG, you were born and raised over here though, yeah?
Right here, right on this street right here. Yep,
Exactly.
I've been here since I was born, man. I feel like it's gotten way better. I'll be hearing swamp stories and talking about San Francisco and all that, how nothing be happening and all that. And in a way, it's true. You know what I mean?
Okay.
A lot of then calm down. There was a time you couldn't even be out here if you ain't know nobody.
Really?
You couldn't walk down here with a certain color stripe on you because you'll get checked up on. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's how it used to be when you were a kid?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
As a kid, you know, people knew me. I grew up here, but there'll be times I see mob of motherfuckers right here on the corner. I'll be scared to come through. You know what I mean? Like, but it's changed a lot, and I feel like it's for the better because now we getting older. We got kids. You know what I mean? We don't want them to go through that. We want them to live safe and go to school safe and all that, and be able to go out and be okay and shit. So
go wherever they want to go.
Exactly. So this party, there was a lot of gangs. You know what I mean? A lot of gangs. This is probably like it was real dangerous over here.
A lot of gangs?
Yeah, just the whole Mission District, just people going back and forth with each other.
Like Mexicans, black, mostly Mexicans.
It was it was Latino on Latino.
Really?
You know what I mean? Just different sides of the mission beefing with each other. You know what I mean? Like this part right here is mostly Northerners.
Okay.
Me, I'm not a Northerner. I just grew up here. You know what I mean? We with them. That's my people. But yeah, that's what it is here in the Mission District, man. It's Northern and Southern. Like I said, back then it was terrible. You couldn't even walk outside. It was hella bad. But now it's good. It got way better. There's a little beef here and there, but it's like more personal. It's more personal. All the youngins starting their own shit, but yeah, like I was saying back then, like it was terrible, man. But now it got way better.
A little better.
I like it. There's you know, as we grow up, we see what's really real and what really counts and what matters in life. You know what I mean? You just got to go with the times, man. It's gonna change regardless, no matter what year you in, what era. Even back then, you know, 80s. Look, times change every 10, 15 years. So,
True.
You know, you just got to roll with the times and make the best of it.
Fucking with it, like overall, like do you see like in the future it's staying kind of where it is right now or getting even better than it is? You know what I mean? Where like all the gang shit and the politics shit really just,
you know what? It was like that for a quick second. Everything had died down as far as the gangs and all that. But now with this music and the influence in the music, that shit's kind of popping up again, you know? And a lot of people are starting to come back outside on that hype, you know what I mean? Of gang banging and all that type of shit. So
it's trending.
Yeah, so it's trending. Yep, exactly. And it's crazy because a lot of kids, they listen to this music and they really get influenced by it. Like, music is powerful, man.
It is.
And what they don't realize is, you know, a lot of kids are getting into music now, right? And they're talking about spinning and shooting people and robbing people, all kinds of shit. And not knowing they putting that energy out there for themselves. So now that we are older and we've been through what we've been through, we trying to show to you what's a good way to go, what to do, what not to do. That way they can succeed too and not have to worry about all this other shit.
So how far does the Mission District have to spend? So
this side of the Mission District, you can say it starts at La Raza Park, which is on Potrero. Then from Potrero all the way up to 24th and Mission. And then from there, it goes all the way down to 16th and Mission. So it's like a big ass square. It's like a big ass square.
What's up, boy?
Chilling.
Walking with the living.
Doing this little interview right quick. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Hi. How are you?
But yeah, it's like a big ass square here in the Mission. Right now we walking through the main strip, 24th Street. Yeah, this is it's a hot spot. Like we were talking about earlier about gentrification. They chose this spot because there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of bus routes. The hospital's like 3 blocks down. So it's easy for people to come over here and do what they gotta do. Like this, that apartment right there, that shit was never there. That's new.
That's brand new.
That's brand new. That's brand new. A lot of these stores, they've been here for a long time, but a lot of them they got shut down.
You guys still look like you guys still got your culture intact though. A lot of places got their culture intact.
Yep, that's for sure.
A lot of places, their shit is like being torn down, demolished, things like that.
Yeah, like the gentrification that started, I think either in Fillmore or Hunters Point, I think, and they tore all their shit down. Right now, Sunnydale. Have you went over there that way?
I did. It sounded like.
The last time I went over there, I didn't even recognize where I was at.
Right.
I'm like, this ain't Sunnydale. What the f happened?
It was like luxury ass apartment.
I'm like, damn, bro. I made up to meet up my homie. He was like, yeah, I'm over here at the new Sunnydale. I'm like, new Sunnydale? What you talking about, bro? All the techies and all that shit, but.
Have you noticed like a real kind of a fight back between like the business owners here? Like
oh yeah. Especially right now.
Yeah.
With all the shit that's going on, you know, with Trump and trying to deport everybody, the immigration was out here like last month, I think, picking everybody up. Yeah. Man, we try our best to keep the culture here, man, because this is the only spot we got in San Francisco, you know. Other than yeah, exactly, all black trucks just pulling up on people who they think look like they not here legally, you know. Check their credentials and
pull up.
That's what they doing, man. All that, bro, it's f***ed up. Cause then they outside, the kids at home, they running to get groceries, never make it back to their kids, you know what I mean? It's a f***ed up situation.
It's kind of crazy. Go out to grab some milk, right?
Never come back, man.
Never come back. That's crazy.
What you doing? So he a store owner.
We cool with all the Arabs here, you know.
Every other corner?
Every other corner got a store
Yemen.
on there. And you know we got credit too. You know we got the good credit, man. Yeah, so this right here, Dying Breed, when I was talking about, you know, showing the youth a different way, this is my big homie store, Spooks, Sway, you know what I mean, Dying Breed, right here on 24th and Street. You know, they started their clothing line for Frisco, you know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they got all the clothing, spray cans, hats, all types of shit. You know, and they doing this to show us and the younger kids there's a different way, you know what I mean? Than hustling in the streets, risking your life. You know, we could do it the legit way.
We're mobbing out to the budget to the.
Yeah, stop going to the turf and getting your weed and, you know, go get it from the store.
Okay.
Yeah, man, this is it. We don't got to go too far for a lot of shit. You know, we got everything we need right here.
Everything.
Tattoo shop, bars, corner stores, grocery markets.
Holding strong. Holding strong.
Holding strong, for sure. We got to, man, because if we lose it, they'll take everything. You know
That's what I said, man. I see that in other communities and shit, especially shit like the Fillmore and shit. It's like,
yeah, man, I be feeling bad and shit, but as a people, we gotta stick together. You know what I mean?
So how have you guys? What's the difference between you guys and those situations? Do you guys just stubborn with the real estate, like you said? Your granddad still got his property and shit. You guys ain't selling it for this.
Man, the last couple years, because my grandfather passed away, right, 2011, but my grandma's still here.
Okay.
And she's holding it down. But you should. It's crazy how many agents that came through trying to buy the house.
Agents. They're the ones coming up trying to buy up the real estate.
Yeah, they knock on the door and my grandma be like, "Nah, get the out of here. I ain't selling my shit." You know what I mean? A lot of us I'm lucky. I'm blessed, and I'm lucky that my grandfather, you know, bought this house a long time ago. Because if not, I don't know where I would be at right now.
Is it ever tempting? Because like that's probably what people go through, right? I mean, you get in a financial crunch and you're like, damn, I'm sitting on a gold mine, like,
yeah,
you know?
Yep,
like,
and
you ever feel that temptation where you're like, man, we can sell it and be straight?
a lot of, you know, I'm pretty sure all families are like this, but there's aunties and uncles of mine that are just vultures. You know what I mean? They're already well off. They got their houses, their family, be traveling, but they still want more. They want to sell my grandma's house and just waiting for the day that she passes and shit like that, you know. But we ain't having that. You got to be hard. You got to put your foot down. Right now, there's a lot of shit, like I say with the immigration. A lot of the people are fighting right now because you know we don't like what's going on. So there's a lot of that people are starting up to fight back, like little non-profits and like that to help the people out here. You know, like you see here, man, people are just trying to, you know, make it through the day, bro. Like, it's fucked up, but like I said, we got to stick together and help each other. Because if not, you know, it's all crabs in the bucket type of shit. Now we on the upper side of 24th Street. We was on the lower side, but this is still all neighborhood. Yeah, we passed the borderline, but we good. we all fuck with it. You know, I got homies from up this way too.
Okay.
Shout out to them.
Back in the day or something?
So a few years back, right here on Folsom, they created this Frontline, which is Folsom to Mission Street, and then Backstreets, which is like Harrison to Trail and to the park back there, but it's all the same shit. It's all one. I never understood that shit, but
what was that? Just some youngsters?
yeah, basically it was all just all the youngins starting their own shit, but we all f each other, so that don't even matter. You know what I mean? Inner conflicts, like I said, all that shit was personal. You know what I mean? There's still little issues like that going on right now, but me personally, I stay out the politics. Like I said, I'm not a northerner, you know what I mean? I just grew up here and I f with my. But the youngins, they got to learn to stay out of people's politics. All you got to do is be yourself. People will respect you more. I was always on my own shit, stayed in my own lane. I grew up to be a hustler, you know what I mean? So I'm f***ing with everybody. But I'm not pillow talking behind nobody's back, you know? Right. All it takes is one sentence and motherfuckers will hear about it, you know? Same with me and all my people right here. We all stay in our own lane. We fuck with everybody and never got into the politics, and that's how we survive out here. Yeah.
Some good advice. That's some good advice for the youngsters at home.
That's for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
People getting into politics that they don't even know how it started. You know, why it started.
Just want to be a part of something.
Yeah, just want to be a part of something, and you ain't got to do that. like I said, people respect you for being a nerd. You know what I mean? If you on your nerd, and there's nothing wrong with being a nerd. Be a nerd. Get your money. Do what you got to do. This donor shop, this shit been here forever. Since I was my son's age, I've been coming right there. Yeah, but you see, man, it's live here. It's still live. It changed a little bit, but we holding it down. Other than San Jose, you know, San Jose, there's a lot of culture out there. Yeah. They still got their culture. We were slightly losing it for a second, you know. But like I said, we put our foot down and we fighting back against it because that's everything to us. Our culture is everything.
How do you feel about swamp stories and shit when he does?
Swamp stories? I don't take him serious, man. You know, I don't take him serious. I just feel like he's doing it for views and shit like that. Posting murder rates and.
San Francisco, like culturally and musically and stuff, like by taking a hard stance?
As lately, I don't think so, because all he posts is all I've been seeing is J-Bo and Turtle, I think, dude, we call it Turtle. But before, I feel like he was, and he should get back to that. Okay. He should get back to it.
Back to the city. Okay.
Yeah, man, because all that politicking, no good. Eventually somebody gonna find out who you are, you know. Not saying me, because I don't give a but you know, you can't hide forever. It's better to be on some positive, you know. A lot of our homies done did this art. We keep it in the community, you know what I mean? And when we get a chance, we try to pass a little bit down, you know, that trickle down. Like I said, we gotta help each other, man. So now we're on 24th and Mission. Shout out my people that are up here, you know what I'm saying? Even right here, this little spot back then, couldn't even come here. I done got in a few altercations over here. But like I said, I f with everybody, you know, that shit's all in the past. But look, it done got way better. People can come out here with their kids and not worry about getting checked or robbed and all type of shit like that. So I feel like it's changing for the better. Yeah. You don't want people to know you're low. I think they was having like a little lowrider show over at the high school down the street. I wanted you to come out here for Carnival or Cinco de Mayo, but big ass parade. It starts from where I met you on 24th and York. It comes all the way up here and then goes all the way down 16th Street. Fire, it's dope as f, and it's, you know what I mean, it's all community based. Supported by the community, funded by the community. It's dope. It's just a little day for all of us to, you know, unwind and relax and network or do whatever we got to do, you know. Yeah, it's our little day. My favorite city outside of Frisco, I would have to say probably in Oakland. I like Oakland. I like the town. Yep. Shout out to the town. I f with the town for sure. It's dope out there because they on the same. They trying to keep their culture too, you know what I mean? A lot of gentrification going on out there as well. Like there used to be a lot of homeless over here too, like, you know what I mean, and drugs and all that shit, but they pushed it down over there to the Tenderloin and downtown and shit. And it's up because I work down there, right? I work at Civic Center. They got little vans, right? These vans pull up, and all the homeless people that do drugs, they go to the vans and they give them free needles. They give them free needles, free foil, whatever they need to do their drugs, all free. They wanted to slow down the deaths from dirty stuff, yeah, but that just made it worse. It just made it worse. So, yeah, exactly. So this new mayor, Daniel Lurie, he's really pushing against that shit. They're arresting people just for having crack pipes on them right now. He's really pushing the line on that shit. I think he is, man. I don't know how people gonna take it, but I think it's a good thing, man. Yeah, because there's schools down there, you know what I'm saying? I done seen my homie's mom and his little sister walking past somebody shooting heroin right there, you know what I mean? They smelling that shit too. Secondhand contact, that shit will fuck them up, for real. That shit all that is hella strong. And they don't care, man. They just do it in front of the kids, in front of anybody. On their way to school, getting off the bus, seeing that shit. Like, you know, some of them are gonna get curious one day. Oh, I remember dude, he was doing that. He ain't seem so bad. My homie got something. Let me try with my homie. Like, nah, that ain't it. That ain't it. So now we walking back down 24th Street.
Food-wise out here, man, what are your favorite spots out here?
Food-wise, of course, we got a bunch of taquerias. I like the one that's right there on the Treat and 24th. The one that's at the corner right there on York as well. They got a little pizza spot right here. That's good.
Expensive to like manage out here day to day? Or no?
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
It is, man. And then like I said, right now everything's super high. So if you want to eat out, I take care of my son, right? So when I go out to eat with him, I'm spending at least 50, 60 bucks. You know what I mean? That's just out on the restaurant. So we got to start buying our food and making our own food, and you know, trying to make that money last, bro, because that goes by so fast. Especially when you got kids. And me, I always took care of my family. Like, my mom stopped working. We got to do what we got to do to take care of the family and the kids. Me, I dropped out of high school because my brother went to prison, right? And he left his son behind, my nephew. And my mom couldn't do it. You know, I had to sacrifice my high school to take care of my nephew and make sure he grows up right. You know what I mean? And show him what it is. A lot of deaths done happen over here too, like over bullshit. Like, off the top of my head, I could probably name 10 homies that have passed away just over nothing, you know? No exaggeration, bro. Like, I probably know somebody that done got on each block that we just walked through, man. It was that bad, bro. Gun violence, stabbings. I lost a homie not too long ago over fentanyl. My brother overdosed on it too. My other brother, yeah, he died like 2 years ago. Then my homie passed probably less than a year after that. We got our struggles just like everybody else. We go through the same thing everybody else goes through. Harrison, this is like where me and my homies would kick it at, you know what I mean? Balmy Alley, Cash Alley. If you know, you know. Oh yeah. We was moving so mean. We were chilling at my homie's house right here, and it was probably like 10 of us, and we were walking to the store right here to, you know, probably get some backwoods or whatever. Once we get to the corner right here, I see like white dudes and, you know, like looking like narcs hiding in between doorways and yeah. And I'm telling my homie, I'm like, hey bro, you see this shit? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, bro, like hiding, looking at us, watching us. So we go to the store, we come back, one of them walks by, the cop, he said something, right? And my homie was like, what'd you say? Oh, he's like, cancel Christmas. Dude whips out, boom, get on the floor, everybody get on the floor. Bro, there was like 20 cops surrounded us, this whole street right here. Then, right here on this street? Yeah, they was trying to do an indictment or some shit, but we ain't have nothing on us, you know what I mean? So, Operation Cancel Christmas. They called the cop from a special unit from Chicago or some shit to come watch us and all types of shit. We was slick with it. They didn't find it, so we got away with that one. But that's all in the past, you know. A lot of us got kids now. We're trying to show them, you know, the right way and trying to raise them right. Make sure they successful, you know, because once you got kids, it's not about you. You got to make sure they good. You got Valencia Gardens, which you was over there just recently, right? Then you got Army Street, which is the only project in the Mission District. Army Street, they're the only, but it's in the Mission District, you know what I mean? That's the only project in the Mission District. And then you got Potrero Hill, it's just up 24th Street. You just go up that way.
What do you think one of those buildings is going for? Is that one right there?
This one, as is, if not $1 million, if not more than that. There was a house next to my grandfather's house. They sold it for 1.3, right? Demolished it, built it from the ground up, made 3 stories. They sold it for like 3.2, I think. And people moved into that shit fast. 2 gay dudes. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. San Francisco is just like any other place. You know, you got your good parts, you got your iffy parts, and you got your bad parts. Shout out to The Point, too. My boy Dip, you know what I mean? The guy got a lot of people I put out there. You know, RBL Posse from out there, legendary. Black C, got Young Lot, a lot of people. And me, I'm getting into the music too. Well, I've been doing music. I fell back for a minute because of my son. I'm getting back into it. I just dropped a song with the JACKA, you know what I mean? Long live the JACKA. I got blessed with that track, you know, by networking. My big cousin, E Ferocious, shout out E Fero. The last person we had from here doing music that was popping was probably GANGSTA FLEA. But he was more on that northern rap, that gangbanging, you know what I mean? My music is all strictly my music. I'm not talking about none of that northern shit, none of that, because I ain't with, you know, I fuck with my people, but that's not me. It's just mob, that real mob struggling, hustling type music, you know what I'm saying? The mob, man, it's all family. This district is all family based. Somebody's related to somebody out here, always. So that mob is just, it's basically strictly family, you know what I mean? We all family ties. My boy right here, he's sponsoring, you know what I mean, the video today, REEROK, this is his brand.
Oh,
REEROK. It ain't Reebok, motherfucker, it's REEROK, you know what I mean? Y'all gotta put that on Instagram, REEROK, and then the number 1, REEROK 1. Getting different avenues of income or opportunities or whatever. So we pushing the brand REEROK right now. We pushing the music with, you know, Sharpshooters ENT. Got a lot of shit coming this year, man. Yeah, that's my cousin E Ferocious. He started that label a little while back. Rest in peace to Chaos, my boy Chaos, man. Oh yeah, this is the home of it, man. You know, you got Master P learned the game from here, you know what I mean? JT, JT the bigger figure. Too Short when he was pushing out the trunk, you know?
Too Short, E40, guys, it's hustle different.
All that, man, different hustle. We learned we don't need these big machines, you know what I mean? We learned how to get it on our own. And like even them, like E40 and all them say, man, if you could push dope, you could push anything, you know what I mean?
Anything.
If you're a hustler, you could get money. For real.
Valley Club.